are back up in the beautiful Sierras, and today I got Jeff with me, but as soon as I stopped the Jeep, he grabbed the detector and headed up the hill. He's going into the hydraulic pit. Well, today I'm heading down the hill. Now, about 3 weeks ago, I was up here doing some of the detecting, and down over the edge here, I got a reading, and it was in the bedrock in a crevice, and I dug out a nice little nugget out of there, and then I still had a very slight reading, and I could not nail the target down, so I just kind of dug everything out of the crevice, and it moved the target, but I couldn't find a target, so I started just blowing the dust away to see if I can find a target, and in the process I discovered that there was a lot of really fine gold there. And when I spotted all that fine gold, I decided, well, I wanted to take some of that dust and dirt out of that crevice and pan it out. Well, I didn't have anything to put it in, but I did have a $20 bill in my pocket. So I swept what I could into that $20 bill, folded it up, put it in my pocket. When I got back to the Jeep, I dumped it in a pan, went down to the creek and panned it out. And there was quite a bit of gold in there. So the plan is to take a Vac Pak, head on back down to that crevice. Now, if you're not familiar with the Vac Pak, it's basically a leaf blower on a 5-gallon bucket. You got a spot here where you plug in your hose, and it just turns a 5-gallon bucket into a shop vac. It's really comfortable now, but it's supposed to get hot today, and there is no shade down this cliff. So I'm going to gather everything up and head on down, and let's see if we can find that crevice. Well, I managed to make it down to where we're working, and I got everything unpacked. I packed everything in the Vac Pak in a 5-gallon bucket, and when I was unpacking everything, I noticed an issue. This is not good. I'm gonna have to give Jeff hell about maintaining his equipment. Now, there is a spare Vac Pak up in the Jeep, but it's way back up on top. And I'm gonna try to use this. We're gonna see how it works. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to hike back up, get the other hose. But let me show you what we're gonna do. Now, most of the bedrock up here is busted up. It's fractured up pretty good. But this area where we're going to work, you'll notice how rounded and smooth this bedrock is. And so I'm thinking the old timers never busted this up. This is the crevice where I found all that gold last time. And we're going to clean all this out, and then we're also going to work, everywhere where we have this smooth bedrock, like right here, you can see we got smooth bedrock. All these crevices, we're going to clean those out. Now, I brought a plastic bag with me, so what we're going to do is we're going to clean all the stuff that I know has gold. Then we're going to dump it in that plastic bag, and then we're going to go out where the bedrock is busted up, and we're going to clean what crevices we can find there. Because I'm curious, is this gold that they left, they missed, or is this gold that is washed down off the top while they were working the top? If it's off the top, then it's going to be in both the busted up bedrock and the smooth. If it's just in the smooth, then we know they just missed it. Okay, well, it's getting hot here already, so let's get started. because I can see gold going in. Now, I can't explain what I'm doing while I'm running the Vac Pak because it's noisy. But basically, I'm just cleaning out all the crevices, trying to suck everything out and get to the bottom because they're deep enough that there might be some pieces in there the detector didn't reach. Okay, well, I'm just pretty much going to clean crevices and hopefully we get enough suction out of this leaky hose to pull that stuff out of the bottom. All right, well, back to work. Well, it seems like I've been doing this for hours. I'm got most of this bedrock cleaned. It's going a lot slower than I thought it would because I think the holes in the hose are taking a lot of my suction out of it. But I have found 3 pieces of gold. Let me show those to you. Now they're not huge, but I've definitely beat the skunk. Okay, well, what I think I'm going to do is dump what gravel I have in the Vac Pak in the bag, grab it, the hose, and head on up. And I'll dump this out at the Jeep, see if the other hose is any better, then head on down and we'll work a few more crevices because I'm pretty sure we're getting gold. It's really hard to tell how much, but as long as I'm finding pieces of gold as I'm doing this, I'm okay with it. All right, I'll be back in a long time because quite a hill I gotta climb up. I lived, made it to the Jeep, got a drink of water because I was dying. The hose that was in the other Vac Pak is in way better shape. It doesn't have any holes, so I dropped off the gravel up the Jeep, switched hoses, and brought the empty bag back. We're gonna finish this chunk of bedrock, and then we're gonna put that in the bag, and then there's another chunk over here, same elevation. We're gonna run over there and see what that looks like. And I did drain all the gas out of the other Vac Pak, and I'm gonna dump it in this one because I think we're getting low on fuel. Okay, well, let's get all set up, see if we can find a little bit of gold. Well, I'm here to tell you, this is hot, dusty work. And I'm thinking I'm about done. It's getting hot on this hillside. So I'm gonna grab everything up, grab the Vac Pak, and we're gonna work on out. I'm gonna take the dirt that's in it, I'm gonna dump that in the bag, and I'm gonna put the bag back in the Vac Pak. But then on the way out of here, if we come across anything that looks good, we'll stop and clean it up. And hopefully it won't take us too long to get back to the Jeep, and then we can find Jeff, see how he's doing, and maybe have time to do a little metal detecting. Made it back to the Jeep, and I went to show Jeff my gold, and guess what? I left my snuffer bottle down there with the gold, so I got to go back down there for the 3rd time. But this time, I'm going to take the metal detector with me and check all those areas I uncovered real quick and see if I can find my bottle. So I'll be back. Well, it's just not my day. Just got down here, battery in the metal detector went dead. I gotta go back to the Jeep to get a new battery. I'll be back. Well, I made it down and I got my snuffer bottle. And the good news is I found a piece of gold. Let me show you. Yeah, it's not monstrous, but it's a nice chunky piece. Okay, well, I'm gonna throw that in the snuffer bottle, put the snuffer bottle in my pocket because I'm tired of climbing down here. I'm gonna hit this whole area where I moved rocks and you know, did the vacuuming and stuff, just to make sure I didn't kick up another piece of gold. We'll check this all out. Nothing, then we're going to metal detect our way back up to the Jeep. I found one more piece, and it was on a real, no way I could film it. It was almost vertical. And it's a real flat, kind of a long piece, but real flat. Okay, well, that's two pieces we found down here so far, but still trying to get the heck out of here. So hopefully I'll get a target where I can film. All right, well, I'm gonna keep climbing up. Well, I finally got a target in a fairly level spot in the shade to boot. So let me throw the mic in the headphones, see what you think. Well, I got all the rocks pulled out of there, and I got down closer. It's still loud, but it sounds good. Let me show you. Still in there. Let's see if we can get it out. Okay, I got it in the scoop. We have gold. Nice piece of gold. That's our nicest piece today. Okay, throw this in the jar, back to hiking. Made it back to the Jeep. Yeah, I'm gonna throw everything inside. Let's go see if we can find Jeff, see how he's doing. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm not sure where Jeff went, but on the way in, we spotted an area that looked good to me. So we're gonna give it a quick look on the way out. And if we find anything, I'll grab the camera. If not, I'll see you back at the house. Made it back to the house, and yep, it's the next day. Well, I've been dying to get this material cleaned up because I'm really curious to how much. I'm pretty sure we got gold, but how much, I have no idea. Now, what I've done so far is I've got a classifier here, and I ran everything through that, and then what stayed on top of the screen, I checked that with the metal detector, and nothing. Now, this material is really, really dusty. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is pre-pan everything, try to get rid of the dust, which is going to muck out the water. And then once we get down to just gravel, then we'll dump the water, put in clean water, and then we'll pan it out. So let's get started cleaning this stuff. Being this stuff is bone dry, we got to make sure we get it all wet because it's going to want to float. Okay, oh yeah, this is gonna be some muddy stuff. Okay, I think that's about as far as we're gonna go. Heck, we may have to change this water twice. Now the material we're cleaning right now is the first bucket. We did the first sample, and the first sample is all the smooth bedrock. All right, well, I think time to change this water. Okay, this is going to be a lot better. Actually see what we're doing. Okay, let's dump the two together. What's worrying me is I haven't seen any gold yet. Whoa. It is windy. All right, let's take a look. It's killing me, I gotta know. Oh, we got gold. Oh, we got a lot of gold. You can see there we got a nice pile of gold. Well, time for bucket 2. I think there's a little bit less in this bucket. Okay, let's check it. Oh yeah, we got gold. Not as much as the last pan, but not too shabby. Okay, you can see here we got a nice line of gold. Okay, now I'm going to keep these two pans separate. I'm going to grab my finished pan, clean them up, let them dry out, and once they're dry, I'll see you inside for the weigh-in. Okay, well, I'm dying to find out the totals. Got everything all dried out, cleaned up, so let's find out. Here we have the gold that went through the 50 mesh. A lot of gold, but not much weight. The first batch we're going to weigh is the gold we found on the rounded bedrock. And that comes in at 2.64 grams. Now this is the gold that we did in the broken bedrock, and that's 1.39. Okay, and then this is the gold I found with the detector. Let's weigh our biggest piece. Biggest piece is 0.86 grams. And all total we got 1.81 grams. Getting dangerously close to 6 grams. That's a good day in my book. Now, out of the stuff we got with the Vac Pak, we're pretty close to right on 4 grams. Now, the smooth bedrock I thought was way better than the rough bedrock. But, you know, thinking about it, we only had 1 pan of the rough bedrock, and we did technically 2 pans of the smooth bedrock, which comes out, you know, basically the same weight of gold per pan. So I'm thinking, need to head back up there, do a little more looking around, and I want to do another test. This time I'm going to check the bedrock way up higher. Because the only reason I went down that far down that hill was I found that nugget down there and that fine gold in that one crevice. Now I'm wondering, do we have the same gold up high? So, darn it, I'm gonna have to go back up and do a little more exploring. Well, that's pretty much all I got on this one, so I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.